All right. We're here again at the Permian Basin oil show. And we are very fortunate to have amazing people to come and visit with you. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Janie Snelson. I've been in the Permian for a long time, close to 40 years, over 40 years. So,
I call her the mayor of Midland.
actually, Clay Gaspar with Devon named me the mayor of the Permian.
Mayor
that
of the
way I'm not
Permian.
stuck to a town. I could be
Clay,
Stanton.
that's a great idea. She's the mayor of the Permian.
That's a lot bigger too.
I know, but
The princess of the Permian.
that's
then, too.
it.
There we
I'm
go. I
such
like
a
that.
princess. right.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
And
and
if-
we're not going to disagree
If
with that.
everybody doesn't know him by now, you better start following my boy. Go ahead.
Oh man, Matthew, it's great to be here. Ray Trevino of Pecos Country Operating out of Fort Worth, and how awesome it is to be sitting here first time with both of y'all. So I'm just so excited right now.
I
We're
thought
glad
I
to be
caught
here.
you for a short one time, like just randomly at some show.
I think that's right. I think
Did
I've
we?
seen
I,
y'all
I,
together.
yeah, I know. At some point, I grabbed him. He probably didn't know who I was at all. He's like, "Who are you?"
No, that's a.
But-
We'll go back. You know
Are
what the
you
cool
like
I'll
part
have to
me?
is?
go.
I
Yeah,
was about to
somebody
say,
go back.
That's
yeah.
the cool
Find
part.
it
Like,
if
the
I'm
cool
wrong.
part is,
Matt, I tell
if
everybody
it's
that I
recorded,
sign.
it's there.
Yeah, I tell everybody that I sign autographs on Wednesday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:07 p.m.
Oh, I like that. You always have had, whenever I've run into you, especially out here, you've always had a group with you. You always have an entourage around you.
Why not?
I know.
Travel in numbers.
Yes,
it's a lot
ma'am.
more fun.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I want to get in the weeds with you.
Oh,
What
okay.
What are you doing with your platform?
You know, thank you so much. I have truly enjoyed doing the podcasting. It is, the platform itself has opened up so many opportunities, not only for us at Pecos, but for so many other different people by the power of networking. And so what I like to say was, with the crude truth, we're not there trying to, conspiracy theory or try to catch somebody in a lie, or the whole point to it is to bring positivity and highlight great people in the oil and gas industry.
Have you had anybody just really inspire you? That one of your guests that just stand out.
Oh my gosh, who hasn't? Because everybody's journey is different, but everybody's journey is amazing because it's their journey. Right now, I just think about some of these. I've had on great life coaches also, individuals that are out there mentoring others. And sometimes I think they've got some of the best stories because they've also had to pick themselves up. And I think we always get a lot of that in the oil and gas industry, whether it's a downturn or you're really excited about a well and it doesn't do what you wanted it to do. So there's always somebody picking, that you just gotta, always just gotta get back up, right? And so all my guests have just always been amazing. One of my most recent ones was with a gentleman talking about, hitting everything, hitting all the goals. And then all of a sudden just realizing, God, this isn't the plan that you wanted for me. And then just to switch it just like that, what bravery to me on that one. So yeah, I've truly enjoyed doing that show. And again, I just like to bring in industry experts, people that actually know stuff, like Miss Janie here.
Well,
we've
you
never had
touched
but-
on it, mentors. The second you said that word, I just I got one right here.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's God gives us a purpose, right? And
Yeah.
I believe mentoring is a purpose that every one of us has.
Yeah.
No matter what. It's our job to not only succeed in what we do, but to raise people up.
Mhm.
And they can't do it by getting a degree. They can't do it by going to all these classes, though all those things help. They do it by actually getting in the weeds, as you
Yeah.
say, and working.
Absolutely. I know for us in the oil and gas sector, my undergrad is in organizational development behavior. So that's code for get out of college. And then the moment we started in the oil and gas industry, I was shipped out to West Texas and sling and chain for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Meaning getting out, getting it and doing it. And I'm a firm believer in, if you don't know something, ask, because there might be something dangerous involved. But if you can't at least try in some degrees also, get out there and try, because then you'll know that what you can and can't do it and push those limits.
You've done a lot, and now you're operating your own company. And what would you think about? I personally think one of the best things that anybody can maintain in their life is to remain teachable. Has there been any time when, even in what you're doing now with Pecos operating and how do you say it?
Pecos, yeah.
You say
Yeah,
Pecos. I
Pecos.
say Pecos.
Pecos,
I'm
yes,
from
ma'am.
West Texas,
Yes,
so I say
ma'am.
Pecos.
Yes,
Being
ma'am.
with Pecos operating, is there any time when you've realized that you're still learning every day on the day?
Oh my gosh.
That's what these podcasts do. Like,
Yeah.
man, there's so much we don't know.
Like, I mean, there's not enough time in the day to continue to learn. And I mean, there's something new every day. And we can talk about regulations that are always coming up, or that there's new ways to extract from old wells, or there's new ways to extract from new wells.
Yeah.
There is something new every day. And even on these shallow vertical wells, which, a shallow well is 5,000 feet, give or take, right? So even on these that we've been doing since 1856, right? There's still something new every day. And it's like when somebody asks me something, unless they're going to tell me that the sky is purple, I'm going to go really and definitely want to dive in and ask more questions.
For sure. I think that's so important to stay teachable. And I guess my least favorite thing is when people get cocky, right? And I'm like, I'm not going to give you any more of my time. It's an investment of my time, right? It's an investment of your time, investment of Matt's time.
You gave me several times. I've seen you, that pivots, people like me's trajectory to find out that, man, my career path has done so much better when my goals change to how can I help others?
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Just point your nose in that direction. How can I help others?
People tell me stuff all the time. And I said, I'm just here to serve. Yeah. And I think that we all need to have a servant mentality in this industry to pay it forward.
That is so interesting because you all ask about, every day I'm learning something new. My father, who's been in this industry for so long, and we literally had this conversation on Monday of what are we doing? Who are we serving? And I like that, and I'm going to butcher it, but it's talking about serve. And guess what? And what are you going to do until God tells you what to do? Wait. So it's like a waiter. You're serving. And that is the whole goal here, is to just continue to serve others. And that's what I tell people, that Jesus, you never heard Jesus talk about, I need time. I got it. Yes, obviously he went to the mountain and he had that meditations and all that, but you never heard him say, I need to just go recharge. Okay. He served. He lived a life of serving others. And again, like you said, Matthew, once we switched our mindset to that, everything else is easy. That and taking cold showers, then the rest of the day is easy.
Well,
I've seen it in you over and over. You got a servant's heart.
Yeah, for sure you do. And I just think it opens your ambit. Your whole horizon changes when you serve.
Yeah.
What are you excited about right now? You've been here a day now. You set up, and then you were here all day yesterday. Have you walked around and had a chance, or you've had quite a few people come in? You set up a studio here, right?
Yes. I like to say that I'm podcasting to all my friends that I'm talking to in Midland. They go, "What are you doing with Pecos?" Like I said, I'm crew truthing it up. And so I'm over there with a great sponsor of ours, who's actually a Midland City Council member, Brian Stubbs of Air Compressor Solutions. What a great setup he's got. He's City Council in Midland, great business owner in ODESSA. So he's doing it right. But I tell you what I've been super excited about is just the new technologies that we continue to have. And some of these trucks that are out there that I have no need for, I'm like, what can I use them for? So it's the technology that I'm really excited about. It makes me a little nervous because we're going to get more efficient. I mean, we've got these wells that are now 4 miles horizontally. So we're not going to need the manpower that we used to. But we're always going to need that manpower. I mean, they haven't figured out a way not to sling chain yet. We don't see robots slinging chain.
What I'm seeing, she's seeing, you're seeing that we might take away some of the more mechanical less safe, more dirty jobs. We
Yeah.
might
Right.
with technology. However, we need more people now than we ever have before because the technology has increased.
Right.
And we need the technicians. We need the highly skilled technical people, the engineers, the people that can run all of this new data and, electronics that are involved.
Yeah.
So if you are, if you're in any path to any part of the STEM, environment in the world, we need you in our industry.
I kind of wonder if the dirty jobs are never going to go away. You look at the shortage we have now, and I don't mean to physically call the job a dirty job, but plumbers, electricians, welders. This was a generation from the 70s to the 90s of all these great men and women that were in these professions kept telling their kids, I want you to do something better. Go to college, go do this. I don't want you to be this. I want you to do more. This is too hard, or not that it's too hard. This is too much. You can do so much more. That they motivated they motivated the next generation out of it just because they wanted something better for their kids.
Heart was in the right place. They just didn't know the future was coming.
Right. And so now we've got, again, all these dirty jobs that these are going to be so in demand that when we have an issue with electricity down the road, it's going to be how much is it an hour? And I mean, so these are just jobs that I don't think are truly ever going to go where these dirty jobs. There's going to have to be somebody there to do this.
AI's, here, data centers are here. Yeah. The electric grid needs to grow really quickly.
Yeah.
We need all of that.
For sure.
What are you up to? What do you get? What do we need to support for you right now?
I was going to ask him a question.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Just, I know price of oil is up and down.
Yes.
And as an independent operator, what do you see for the future? Are you worried by that? Are you good? My sense is you're good.
As my father has always told me, I've seen this before. Not my first rodeo, right? Except for negative oil. I called him on that day when I go, you ever seen this? He goes, no, this is a new one.
None of us had seen that before. None of us.
There's a lot of reports right now that are coming out from the Energy International, the EIA, that we may even see $47 oil. If we do, that's great. Right now, we want to be picking up as much production as we can. We are going to continue to drill because it's not going to last forever. So, no, we're not afraid, Miss Janie, but we do our best to stay as lean as we can. We got to be efficient, continue to learn, because if we make these mistakes, that costs more money. And so the less mistakes I can make, and I mean that, I make a lot of decisions, and I'll put it on me, and God knows I've made some. But if we can just not make those mistakes right now, I do think we can continue to provide for ourselves and more importantly for our investors that we have. Yeah. It is so important right now to show the resilience of our industry. When you look at some of the long-term families that have been out here, and I think a lot of other family offices that have never now touched oil are finally starting to go, you know what? That family's in their 5th generation already. They're finally starting to see. So it's like, if we can just continue to be strong as an industry right now during this time, not bicker with each other. I've had a chance to be in some rooms with some old people way bigger than me, and they've been saying now for 6 months that we have 9 to 12 months of this. So I figure we still got another 6 months of these lower gas
build,
prices.
Baby, build.
And you mentioned it earlier. It's build, baby, build with these AI and data centers here.
You should be your own data center company.
Oh, yeah.
I think every operator needs to look at their pad and go, man, I can pull in a mobile turbine.
Yep.
I can pull in a mobile data center. I'll sell rack space to all the people who need it.
Yeah.
And I've got the gas.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It really is.
And I think that, like you said, with all the old wells that you have,
yeah.
I mean, we are on the cusp of going, man, let's go back and look at every old well.
Mm-hmm.
We have the, cash flow. Let's fix all them up. We already got the infrastructure. We got the pad out there. We got production on there. We got the power out there.
I think it's going to take off bigger than the Bitcoin when people were putting
Absolutely.
the Bitcoin mines on the pad sites.
And I love Bitcoin. Love it.
Yeah,
It was, and it was the start to all this, I think.
Yes, and I especially here, you look at all the great areas that you have to do this. It's coming, and here is going to be where it's at.
Well, flipping back to oil and gas,
Yeah,
you've got a lot of new recompletion techniques that you're going to be able to deploy on your vertical wells.
yes, ma'am.
I'm excited about that.
Dude, they're going to be so great because the technology there, they're really estimating some unbelievable numbers that I don't even want to share because, like, let's go see what they do before that happens. But it goes back to the technology, and then even in the horizontals down the road, all these wells are going to have to get, especially the older ones now. That are like, it's so amazing that we've been fracking now for, well, a very long time. But, you know, this generation, I mean, we've been doing it now for about 20 years.
Yep.
And, I mean, all these wells, we can go back into all these older ones and refrac and just create and grow that production on a lot less.
And some of them don't even need refracking. Some of them you can just acidize.
Yes,
there's all these new tools that have come out. I mean, every day I'm like, there's another one.
Yeah.
And you know, 47 wool, if it happens, it happens. We've all been there before, or I have. Y'all may not be old enough, but I've been there before. but you know, there's just going to be so many opportunities, and with all these acquisitions and mergers, so many companies are going to be letting go of their peripheral wells, and especially their vertical wells. That was their ground stake when they first started.
Yep.
Just let somebody else that's younger, faster, less overhead to go pick them up. Though
way less overhead.
Go play with them, see what they can do,
and the knowledge.
It's huge, and there's always going to be a tier. So it's like the majors are going to have a well, and then once it gets unprofitable for them, we're going to have a mid-sized major that's going to, I can make it work, and then you're going to get the small independent that's going to be, you know, well, might do 1,000 barrels just easy, and then all of a sudden one day it'd be down to 10, and there's going to be a small operator out there that's going to be able to say, I can make that work, and it creates jobs, i.e. that trickle down effect is just, it's true, and you see it here.
You see so many companies that have morphed and changed, and you know, they live at a trial, and I'm not saying that as a pun, but of wells that are left behind, and sometimes the landowner ends up with them, I'm sorry, because their leases ran out. Those are all opportunities that I see coming up.
Yes. No, I believe that the older wells, we're going to hit a time when they're going to be even more important because we're going to need that gas and we're going to need that oil. And I know that's funny to say because we're always saying that, but we are going to continue to merge and we are going to continue to grow. And the moment we got down below 60 is when we started really looking at, okay, who's going to be for sale?
Who's going to be what?
Who's going to be for sale? Who's looking to unload because they can't afford it?
Everything's for sale.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. But
at a
for
time,
the right price, but for the right price, everything is for sale. But are you buying it at the right price? So,
well, I hate getting you off here. You're really a series. Every time I see you, I'm like, man, I could talk to you all day, every day.
Well, you know,
but thanks for coming in. I appreciate you.
Well, thank you guys, and thank you for the time. I mean, you know, when I saw that you were going to be here, I was like, Matt, we got to do something. And I think this is the first time I've ever had questions coming at me from both sides. And Miss Janie, keep it up. You literally are the connector that does so much out here, and you do it effortlessly.
It's not effortlessly.
I don't know.
It was effortlessly. Did I say that 50 times in one word right there?
It's great.
Effortlessly. There you go. But when my husband got sick, I realized I was like I needed to pull back and stay Porta Casa and watch over him. And it is a good thing to do. I love connecting. I love it. It's what I was built for.
There we go. God
did it.
We got Janie, we got Ray. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all very much.
Y'all.
Thank you.
Make sure you follow both of them and support them. We'll take care. God bless. Bye.